We're big fans of the musical White Christmas, and we watch it almost every year. The soundtrack includes songs like We'll Follow the Old Man and What Do You Do with a General When He Stops Being a General? Both of which Allie and I decided years ago we would sing at our dad's retirement ceremony.
Well, we've since decided we don't want to stage him up on his big day, so we're just going to give a speech.
And maybe just casually hum the song while we follow him around all day.
Please feel free to do the same. He'll love it.
It is bittersweet to be celebrating this day with Dad, the last in a long line of military ceremonies we've attended with him as far back as we can remember. We will miss all the traditions that come with it. Looking for Dad amongst the soldiers in formation, singing the Army song, and receiving treats from Dad while Mom got flowers. Speaking of which, where is our pound of sour gummy worms?
He's retiring now with 3 stars as a lieutenant general, but he's played a lot of different roles in his life. Those of you who knew him before West Point might remember a hotshot lacrosse player with long hair, patched overalls, and a feather earring. A scarring image to discover as a child going through old photo albums.
An iconic look, but troubling. He's had a long career in the Army since then, but that wasn't his initial plan. In fact, when our parents first got engaged, the plan was for him to stay home and raise us so Mom could work full-time. Another fun fact we discovered in our 20s from a New York Times article.
When people find out our dad is a general, they say things like, he must be really strict and tough. Is he a big scary guy?
And we laugh.
Our dad does have an impressive rap sheet, but that's something we've really only come to understand as adults, because growing up that was just par for the course. We've never really thought of him as a general doll, or a colonel doll, or major doll.
Although our mom still thinks he's a major doll.
We just thought of him as Dad. General Doll was the deputy commander of U.S. Forces Afghanistan. Dad uses curse words like hot dog and sugar.
General Doll worked a rotating shift in a bunker in the basement of the Pentagon. It wasn't a very stressful job. He just had to respond swiftly and tactfully to any crisis that arose anywhere on the globe. Dad enjoys napping on the couch and has a special swivel stand for his CAD, which stands for Kick-Ass Dictionary.
General Doll has completed 4 deployments, 3 of them in the Middle East, 2 of them essentially back-to-back. Dad single-handedly cared for a 1-year-old and 16-year-old respectively while our mom was deployed.
Both challenging ages for very similar reasons.
They cry constantly, all they do is eat and sleep, they will not talk to you.
General Doll was in the 82nd Airborne Division, where he mastered parachute assault operations as an airborne trooper. Dad threw his back out teaching me how to ride a tricycle, effectively ending that chapter for Dad. Sorry, Dad.
General Doll ran the Green Zone in Baghdad from 2005 to 2006. But Dad was the one who answered the phone from his office in Baghdad when his 16-year-old daughter had the urgent question, how do I make bacon?
General Doll was the captain of the lacrosse team at West Point.
So was Dad.
General Doll was the investigating officer for the Bergdahl case, spending months dissecting a complicated web of misinformation. Dad led the household effort in feeding the neighborhood hummingbirds, utilizing his military expertise to strategically place each feeder to prevent a full-blown hummingbird turf war.
General Doll successfully completed Ranger School, enduring extreme physical and mental challenges in a harsh winter environment. Dad enjoys long bike rides.
Really long bike rides, like 200-mile-long bike rides.
Rides with names like Hotter Than Hell.
For fun.
General Doll studied at Harvard JFK School of Government, advocating for interagency reform. Dad is passionate about beautiful days, incredible views, and pointing out every eagle he sees while driving on the parkway.
General Doll was the senior Army fellow at the Brookings Institute in D.C., strategizing with some of our country's most respected minds. Dad likes making craft cocktails, and he loves candy.
And when he says candy,
He means fruit.
both General Dahl and Dad carry a Yankee flag in their pocket for bragging, though. Or hat.
While Dad didn't originally intend to stay in the military, he told us the story of when that changed, when he felt that sense of support and fraternity from the lacrosse team. I won't tell that story because that's his to tell, but the point is, he came to love the Army. He always loved lacrosse, and he really loves Army lacrosse.
Fun fact, when I was in preschool, we lived on a naval base, and during lacrosse season, he would hang a banner on the side of the house that said, "Go Army, beat Navy." A sentiment which had so permeated our household, 4-year-old me thought the Navy was who we fought when the Army went to war.
He's achieved a lot in his years in the Army, some of which led to the nickname the Puppet Master for reasons we still don't know.
And do not wish to.
But his greatest recent achievement in our eyes was learning how to use Uber. Shout out to our favorite Uber driver, Sergeant Davis, for that one.
Sergeant Davis is around here somewhere, and I would just like to say, you are truly serving your country, sir.
Promote that man.
And we're sorry he gave you a 3-star review the first time you drove him. To be fair, he's retiring as a lieutenant general. He thinks 3 stars is as good as it gets.
Dad, all jokes aside, we're so proud of everything you've accomplished as General Dahl and as our dad. Your unfailing humility means we'll never truly know the full extent of the sacrifices you've made for our country and for our family, but we appreciate them nonetheless. We love you so much, and we can't wait to see you in 2 years when you're back on the grid. Everyone please join us in raising a glass to our dad, Kenny Dahl, and his well-deserved retirement. To General Dahl.
Here, here.